Hi everybody and welcome to Beautiful British English, where we give you bite-sized English fluency lessons. Today I want to introduce you to 3 ways you can use adverbs of frequency. Welcome back. So, adverbs of frequency. I am pretty sure that all of you guys are familiar with this kind of diagram that you can see here, which describes always, usually, frequently, often, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, and never. Always being 100%, something that you always do. Usually 90%, frequently 80%, all the way down to never being 0%, something that you never do. Yeah? If you do a quick Google search on adverbs of frequency, this is the diagram that you will find. There are hundreds of different versions, but essentially all the same. So, this is your first way of using adverbs of frequency. Now, these are known as the indefinite adverbs of frequency. Indefinite because the information they give us is very limited. The information is not definite information. For example, let me ask you guys, what does this word mean? Frequently. If I say I do something frequently, what is that actually telling you? It's telling you that frequently I do something, but it doesn't really give much information. Let me give you an example. I go to the gym to work out frequently. Okay, now I do it frequently, you know I do it frequently, but you still don't know much about how often I am going to the gym and how often I'm working out. I'm not doing it frequently enough at the moment, I can tell you. Yeah? So these indefinite adverbs of frequency, they're great for you guys to be using, but at a much more advanced level, you need to start using definite adverbs of frequency. And these are just as easy to use as these words that you're already familiar with, but much more interesting, and they actually give a lot more information to the listener or the person reading what you're writing. So bear these in mind for any kind of description you're giving, and particularly if you're doing an IELTS exam. Okay, use these in your speaking and in your writing. Okay, so let's take a look at definite adverbs of frequency. And these are very easy. Once, twice, or 3 times a week. Once, twice, or 3 times a day. Once, twice, or 3 times a month. Yeah? This way of describing the frequency, okay, you are basically describing the number of times you do something, the repetition of the action or the activity within a time period. So think of it as repetition over time. Now this little letter here, a week, the article here is our general article. So when we combine that with a week in this kind of sentence, a week means every week, this week, next week, the week after. Yeah? So a week is actually describing every week. Yeah? So I go to the gym 3 times a week. Yeah? I should do it more often, I think. Yeah? So think of this as repetition, number of times you do something, number of times you repeat something over the time period. Yeah, and that gives more information. So if I say to you, I go to the gym frequently, but if I say to you, I go to the gym 3 times a week, that's much more information. Okay? Now, the next form of adverbs I want to introduce you to, again, adverbs of frequency, and these are definite adverbs of frequency in a slightly different form, are these words: hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, annually. And these adverbs of frequency are helping us to describe just the time period of the action. So, for example, I go to the gymnasium to work out weekly. Yeah? If I say to you, I go weekly, you guys automatically will understand that once a week, I go to the gym to work out. That is obviously not enough. Yeah, I need to do it more than weekly, but that's what I do. Yeah? And you can actually work out, with the information I give you here, if I say I go weekly, you can actually work out, well, how many times a month is that? Well, 4 weeks in a month, So you go 4 times in a month. Annually is a very good one. I have to renew my license annually. Yeah, once a year I renew my license. Okay, so this has been a very brief introduction into the definite adverbs of frequency, which are much more interesting, and they allow you to provide much more information to the listener than your indefinite adverbs of frequency, which most of you guys are using you're only using these, okay? I don't want you to stop using these, but what I want you to do is start using these in conjunction with definite adverbs of frequency as well.